Hey YouTube, Incendar here. Wanted to do a quick thing on purified water and how to level gathering and processing for new players. A lot of experienced players also tend to neglect the gathering and processing of water for purified water. I got quite a bit of comments about my power level and alchemy video and how do you get 10 or 20,000 purified water. And yeah, you can buy them, but it's actually really easy to make. There was also a situation recently where gathering water was disabled in the game, and then nobody had purified water, so I was putting as much as I could on the marketplace. Since purified water is needed for the desert, it's also huge in alchemy and for farming. And of course, purified water can be used in the place of distilled water in any recipe. And it's pretty good stuff. To start, pretty much you go up here to NPC, click material, and wherever you are, you'll find the guy that sells bottles.
What is your name?
Now for today, I'm just going to buy 1,000 of these things.
You're not a crybaby. You're crying because you were dumped.
And just run over here. And start gathering. I'm going to set a time for this so I can see how long this takes to burn 320 energy. And my gathering at the start of this will be 27%. This does give you gathering experience. So for new players, it can really help out. The higher you're gathering, the less chance you'll use energy when gathering. But also, it helps with durability on gathering tools. And also, when you're starting out, if you go to gather something, let's say you kill sheep, and you went to get a sheepskin, you'll get one sheepskin. But the higher you get your gathering, you'll start noticing you'll get 2, 3, 4. So getting your gathering level up to at least professional 5 is really important, and this is totally AFK. Once you start the water, you can just leave it. The big thing here for time, you want to get it to 5 seconds or a little less, and you'll want gathering plus 5. So for that, I'm just using gathering clothes, which give me 2, and then our guild, which currently has plus 3 gathering. And if anybody needs gathering, we are in Uno. I can understand most PvP focused guilds aren't going to put the points into gathering, and that's totally understandable. You could ask your guild to give gathering. It's really the cheapest and easiest way. You can do it with food too, but 3 points from the guild, then you only need 2 other points, which is pretty easy. So I'm going to let this sit and time it, and then I'll be back when this is done, and we'll see what the results are. And then after that, we can process this into purified water for lots of processing XP. This is also somewhat profitable, but I will show the entire results at the end here. Okay guys, so we're back. It actually took 1 hour and just under a minute. So we got 696 bottles of river water for 320 energy. So you can see I only used energy about half the time. The one thing about this is normal gathering you do get shards, and with water I've never gotten a shard, so I don't think it's possible to get shards. So it'll always be more profitable to actively gather stuff. But for AFK, this is the best way. So now that we have the water, what we want to do is thin this. So now what I'll do is thin this to make purified water. And how many you get from this is highly dependent upon your processing level. By the way, I did get 3% Master 1 gathering, which is significant. So if you don't have time to actively gather, and especially if you're at a lower level, you're going to get a lot more experience. So just keep working on that gathering. This does add a reasonable amount of experience. So now we're going to start processing Master 9 98%, and we'll see if this adds any experience to that. But again, the higher your level down here processing, the more chance of getting multiples on this. There's also a rare item proc for gold, and we'll see how that turns out. I'm going to start a timer now, and I'll see when this is done. Okay, so we started with 700 bottles of river water and ended up with about 1,700. And also got some of these rare procs, alluvial gold. I'm going to heat real quick. You'll actually start getting those, I think, as well on professional 5 and above. When you're first starting out, you won't be seeing these when you're thinning. For profit on this, it pretty much took 2 hours and 15 minutes total. You know, 1,700 of these is 3.4 million. These are about 5,000 each, so what, 200,000 there. Convert them up to shards, of course, because those are sellable. You can do and get some pure on these too. So the profit really isn't that great on this. In fact, you could probably just convert this much energy into energy pots and sell for 2 million or more instantly. So the only real benefit here was I did get some gathering experience. So if you have a ton of energy and you need to up your gathering, you know, at least up to maybe professional 5, it's a good way to spend your energy leveling gathering, but not for profit. Processing, I got 1% on all those. Not really a great processing experience. You can just sell these for profit if you're not going to be getting into alchemy or farming. If you do plan on doing those, I would hold on to these. Gold's useful too in your workers. So this will work for gathering experience, and that's about it. Profit, not so much. I will be doing more Black Desert videos, so if you have a comment or something you want to see done, just, you know, add a comment or PM me, and I will try to put one together. And as always, subscribe for more Black Desert videos, and thanks a lot for watching.